So Meb's retiring. What does that even mean? I mean, he's the greatest American runner of all time, right? He's only got one name. Legends have one name. Over here. Runners don't retire, right? I mean, it's a lifestyle. They just keep doing it. But Meb's different. He is retiring. And that, my friends, gives us an opportunity. I remember when I first met Meb. He was wearing his Boston Marathon winner's medal. I was not wearing a medal. I was wearing a tucked-in shirt, and I wasn't really able to speak. And I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, Meb, my name's Chris. Can I get my picture with you?" And Meb, being Meb, said, "Of course." And he did the old, thumbs up, and we got a picture. And I thought that was the end of it. I thought I'd never really see him again. But here we are. He's a great friend of mine. See, everybody has a Meb story. And for me, he's taught me to be a better father, a better husband, and a better person. And he's taught me a thing or two about running, which is great. But everybody has a Meb story.
To me, Meb is a true hero. He, not for his victories, not for all the medals that he's won, but just because of who he is, his standards.
I think working with Meb in 2004 as we prepared for the Athens Olympics was probably one of the most memorable of my life. I didn't expect to cry so early in this interview. Damn it. Redo. Break. But it was an incredible experience in 2004 training in Mammoth together for the Athens Olympics.
I remember the first time I met Meb, I was like super nervous about meeting him. Actually, I ran with him. I just joined the Mammoth Track Club, and first day at practice, we're doing a long run, Ian, Meb, myself, and I remember being so nervous to run with him that I didn't want to stop and tell him, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom," and make us all stop on this long run. So I just ducked off into the bushes real quick, and they kept going, and then the whole rest of the long run, I was sprinting, trying to catch up to Meb and Ian on the long run. And afterwards, Ian was like, "Dude, you can tell him that you have to go to the bathroom. It's not a big deal." So
it was an honor to competing with you, and you were first class. Sometimes you finish second to me and I finish second to you. We always, after we cross the finish line, we're always friends, and just, you're amazing.
In 2012, when we had to cancel the marathon, all these athletes had trained so hard, and so it was incredibly difficult to tell them that they wouldn't be able to run out of nothing they did wrong. And Meb, and now I know later, having talked with him, shaking and not sure if he should stand up, something in him, which is the way he is, but something in him made him stand up and say, "You know what, guys? We've been hurt before and injured, and now it's New York Roadrunners who's in that place, and we need to be there as they've been there for us."
Can you believe this stuff? That's Meb. He transcends sports. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's go back. Let's try to figure out how Meb became the person he is today. Let's go back to Meb's first mile. So Meb's 13 years old at Roosevelt Junior High. He goes to his PE class. The PE teacher says, "All right, kids, you're gonna run the mile today. If you run hard, you're gonna get an A or an B. If you kind of goof around, you're gonna get a D or an F." Meb's mile time, 5:20. Pretty sure he got an A. Little known fact about Meb, he loves the mile. Yep, here at San Diego High School, he would run this track over and over. He was so good that by his senior year, he'd run the fastest mile in the country, 4:05. You know what's crazy about that? Meb never broke 4 minutes in the mile. If you ever really want to get him going, ask him, "Hey Meb, why didn't you ever break 4 minutes in a mile?" Actually, don't do that. Don't ask him about that. By Meb's senior year, he was the #1 runner of the country. and I'm standing at Morley Field, the finish line of Foot Locker's cross-country national championship, which is kind of like the Olympics, but for high school. 1993, Meb took second place to Adam Goucher, and that second place finish secured his scholarship to the one and only UCLA. Meb had a lot of choices for college, but he chose UCLA because he really liked the coach here, Bob Larson. And Bob Larson really liked Meb because he really liked Meb's family. Yeah, in Meb's family, he saw hardworking, dedicated, disciplined individuals, which was precisely the work ethic that Meb would put here. 4 NCAA championships in 4 years. 2009, Meb shows up to New York City to run the marathon. He'd become the first American to win the marathon since Alberto Salazar in 1982. Nobody ever believed in him. He was always like a 5th, 6th, 10th seed. He'd show up and just win. That's what he does. He runs to win. In 2016, Meb ran right behind me and became the oldest American ever to qualify for the Olympics in the marathon. Yeah, that would be his 4th time qualifying for the Olympics. In 2000, he went to Sydney and ran the 10K, finished in 12th place. Then he goes to Athens in 2004 for the marathon, takes home a silver medal. That's nice. Then he goes to London in 2008, finishes 4th. He called it one of the best races of his life. In 2016, he goes to Rio. We know what happened in Rio. Who does push-ups at the end of a marathon? Meb does. April 21st, 2014, Meb lines up at the start of the Boston Marathon. Let's be honest, everybody wanted an American to win that year. It was 1 year since the tragedy of the Boston Marathon. So for some added strength, in addition to the 1 million spectators that were lined the course that day, Meb wrote the names of the 4 victims on his bib. What Meb didn't know is what that act would do for Martin Richards' family.
In 2014, after coming to the marathon year after year, we decided that we needed to get away. We tried to disconnect from the world until we were in a public space and we heard somebody say that an American was winning Boston. We just kind of thought, oh, that's pretty cool, and so we shut it down. Then someone texted us a picture of Meb, and we saw that he had Martin's name on his bib along with Crystal, Lindsay, and Sean. We found ourselves unable to take our eyes off our phone screens. Up until then, in the previous year, we had been invited. We'd gone to some Bruins games and some pretty terrific Red Sox games. I couldn't even cheer for that. I was just thinking of Martin, and I would just kind of sit quietly and cry. But that day in 2014, a year after everything happened, I found myself smiling and rooting for Meb. When we saw that you had broken away and that you were going to win, I can't describe the feeling that we had, but it was really something special, a feeling that we hadn't felt in quite a long time.
Before Meb ran, he wrote 3 goals for himself: to podium, to run a 2:08 or better, which would be a personal best, and to win for Boston. He did all 3, and his career would never be the same. It was no longer about people going up to Meb saying, "Wow, you inspire me." It was about people going up to Meb saying, "Thank you." Everybody's thank you was for a different reason.
Meb, what's up, my brother? Just wanted to say congratulations on a legendary career and the inspiration that you've been for me and for everybody in the world to continue to push and push and push. I mean, your body of work and your consistency, commitment is undeniable, man. And just wanted to reach out and tell you thank you so much for all that you provided and inspiration for all of these years. And God bless, man.
I would like to officially welcome you to retirement. Meb, thank you, and I'll see you soon, brother.
Thank you, Meb! From the She-Wolf Pack.
Meb, what's up, man? It's Rob Gronkowski here. I just want to say congratulations on your career. And don't you know, you got to win more than 1 championship here in Boston, man. You got to come back. But congratulations. Good luck in New York and have a blast.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, Meb, on all you've achieved.
Thank you, Meb. I'm proud to call you a friend, and there's no retirement for you anytime in the near future.
Thank you, Meb. Thank you for always bringing a smile to my face and bringing a smile to the face of many Bostonians, especially in 2014, and I absolutely love your giggle.
God bless you, Meb, on an amazing career. You took those wonderful talents that God gave you. You let us enjoy the experience along the way with you, inspired the next generation. You gave us many, many wonderful thrills. As you move to this next chapter of your life, we'll be praying that it goes smoothly. You will be missed, but never forgotten.
So Meb, I thank you for all that you've done for the sport. And you've pushed back the setting sun time and time again on your career, and it is finally setting, and it is a masterpiece. It is beautiful. And I know if my dad were here, he would say, well done, and he would say, congrats, and he would say, thank you, Meb. Thank you, Meb.
Thank you for making me a better runner. You really elevated my own personal expectations of myself.
Hi, darling. It's your wife. I can't believe it's your final marathon, and just wish you the very best, whatever God has in store for you. You've got nothing to prove. You had a remarkable career.
Hi, Daddy. This is Sada. I hope that you do well in New York so we can have fun afterwards. Thank you so much for being a great dad. I just want to say good luck. Thank you for being a great dad, and I appreciate all the work you've done. I love you, and I can't wait to spend more time with you.
All right, runners, there it is for us. We got one shot to give Meb Keflezighi the longest victory parade of all time, 26.2 miles of a victory lap. The greatest victory parade anybody's ever had. More than Kobe, more than Jeter, with all due respect. Meb's a runner. He deserves 26.2 miles of thank you. Where are you gonna be? You gonna be on First Avenue with your kids and a big old sign that says thank you, Meb? You gonna be at home watching on TV, cheering through the TV screen saying thank you, Meb? Wherever you are, let's just do our job as runners to tell this man thank you. He has transcended our sport. He has inspired millions of people, myself included. And this is our one chance to say thank you. And he deserves it. I'll be there, crying my eyes out with a big old sign that says thank you, Meb. And I hope you will be too. Thank you, Meb.
Thank you, Meb! Thank you, Meb, from Blacklist LA!
Thanks, Meb. Meb.
Thanks for everything, Meb. I love you, man.
Meb is who I want to be when I grow up.
Thanks for being awesome.
You're not retiring, just not running marathons.
Now that you're finishing your marathon career, we can concentrate on the mile.
I love you, Meb, and I'm glad to be your friend.
A class act and a generous soul. Thank you.
Thank you, Meb!
Thank you, Meb.
Hey, thank you for all your gifts to running and running culture.
Thank you,
Meb, you're part of the New York Roadrunner family. We love you here. See you in a few weeks.
I just want to wish you the best of luck in what you do in the future.
Thank you, Meb. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to know you for decades more.
Thank you, Meb!